If you could go back in time 10,000 years ago and make a cave painting to confuse everyone in the future, what would you draw? The periodic table. A dinosaur holding a human by a leash, then some kind of human uprising against the dinosaurs. A diagram of the solar system with an X through Venus. A DNA strand. Considering that I have zero skills in art, I would probably end up drawing a stick figure riding a skateboard. A map of the world. Save them some trouble with sailing and would freak them the hell out. Solar system model. The coordinates of the cave and the date the measurement system was implemented. The Windows critical error symbol. My full name, address, phone number, picture of my house and a meetup date that would be my birthday. So many people would come to my birthday party. I would paint a picture of me pointing at a cave drawing. That way when I get back to the future and me and my group find the drawing, it will look like the prophecy is complete. Caveception. I would paint a diagram of the pyramids being used as grain silos. Well, when does this painting get discovered? The Simpsons. About time someone predicted them for a change. John Titor was here. A banana duct taped to a wall. Something really precise as a prediction and then all predictions after something that makes no sense at all. Like a depiction of 9/11 and then chickens taking over the Earth. Particle accelerator blueprint. The horizon with a few full moons above a setting sun. Binary script. It will be nonsense until computers are created. Then it will be decoded. It will just say, time travel bitches. The thing everyone drew in middle school but no one knows where it came from. A recreation of the pictures of the atomic bomb going off. It have to be a pictures? ID scrawl. Prophetic. Messages all over the wall that cryptically warn of events in the future. Then come back and watch the conspiracies that pop up over it. A crude painting of a British police box. Shrek, and it be discovered after the second movie was out in theaters for 2 months. Well, assuming I can go back with reference materials. A binary program which would display the text. Hello world. Think anyone would figure it out? Alternatively, the music notes to play the Terminator theme. I'd draw the Enterprise. Satellite crashed SOS. An exact copy of this post, along with the link to the post below the picture. And my username. I would like it to be discovered a day after I commented. I'd draw people fighting wars over toilet paper. People would laugh. Then this year the prophecy would come true. I would draw a plane or some other vehicles like cars and motorcycles. A really well hung mammoth. I'd write the date the cave would be found as Op said, it's found when you desire. It will be the 5th of May 1995 and would have drawings and warnings of 9/11, 2020 etc. Modern technology like smartphones and other events to mess people up, and even some non-truth drawings like aliens or some probe. Judging that you can pick where it is, I would pick a deep location which is also isolated, meaning no one could have entered. As the years pass by and they notice the correlations between these and real-life events, and then would freak out about the unexplained drawings, aka the aliens, and it'd warn them about Cardi B. I'd draw a series of pictures representing a boy falling into a gorilla enclosure and a gorilla getting shot and the world freaking the fuck out. I would paint humans flying around by flapping their arms. Make people think we lost our ability to fly over time. Like leave a random bunch of black and white dots in a matrix and let each coming civilization interpret it. Something like the ruins of Alf in Crystal. All your base are belong to us. E = MC. Tentacle hentai intricately painted. Imagine scientists and archaeologists studying the paintings. Edit. Below the tentacle painting, a drawing depicting the North Atlantic Ocean showing the Bermuda Triangle will really spice things up. Not paint. Says, I will literally write random names of very known people and specify how they died. Like a couple of celebrities or historical people, something like this. King Louis XVI of France. Guillotined on January 21, 1793 in Paris. Adolf Hitler. Killed himself at the age of 56 the 30th of April 1945 in Berlin, Germany. Jeffrey Epstein. Definitely didn't killed himself. The list would go on and on like this for dozens of names from various people. Just imagine how much everyone would freak out. A super detailed mural of space travelers landing and having sex with all the native animals, then leaving and broadcasting the result on intergalactic TV. Flying saucers and little green aliens being greeted by humans. Supposing that the cave is isolated and won't be discovered until modern times, I'd make a complex writing system and just write spoilers for Marvel movies. Vines and John Mulaney quotes. But also leave it as obvious as possible that it can be translated. Queen Elizabeth II was here. Prove she is immortal once and for all. An accurate depiction of the solar system and our position in the Milky Way. Then a symbol somewhere on the other side of the galaxy. Then some binary code, Latin, and the local runic script or equivalent spelling. If you read this, I have been able to return home. Thanks for the hospitality. We'll be back for you when you unite as a species and conquered your system. The Eternal Alliance awaits. A YouTube link that turns out to be the link for Wonderwall. A cell phone. Imagine what people would think if they found a cell phone in a cave painting. It would start a lot of shit. 42. With multiple circles and arrows drawn around it. Probably a dick butt. A Hitler stash over a swastika with the word "Beware" in the native language. A McLaren F1 peeling out with flames in the wheel tracks. Because how rad is that? 3 dudes playing hacky sack and giving the shocker hand signal while sticking out their tongue. Not a drawing, but a list. A list of names. Elon Musk, Jeff Goldblum, Steve Irwin, Ozzy Osbourne. Graffiti that says, "Epstein isn't going to kill himself." I'd draw a Stargate, with the gate address to Atlantis below. Penis monsters. I would also write a warning of some kind. Like, when the sun shines on the hidden shrine, they will rise. A picture of Bob Ross. Okay, so lately I've been thinking a lot about this time frame. So bear with me. Not 10,000, but 14,000 years ago. I would design large structures that would signify that my intelligent society lived there. I would then need to pass along some kind of knowledge. So I would incorporate math in some way. Maybe by designing a tiered structure where the proportions of one tier compared to another would equate to pi or similar. At that point, someone in the future, who had advanced mathematics could recognize that the structure had a deeper significance. Then I would need to put in more primers. For example, if my society 14,000 years ago knew exactly where true north was, then I would purposely align the structure with true north. However, I would further align it with a specific error. That way, a future society would say, it looks aligned to true north but it's off by x. Where x would be a primer, telling the future society what my unit of measurement is. I would hide little things like that throughout the structure. So that way a future society would have to further their mathematical and scientific understanding to further learn more about my past society. But, if my old society didn't have those things, I'd draw a dolphin with machine gun arms in an Arizona cave with just to fuck with people. The little copper plate they put on the space shuttles in case aliens find them. It's called the Pioneer Plaque. It's a simple drawing. It describes humans, atomic structure, our solar system, etc. It would be crazy if cavemen has that kind of knowledge, let alone coming up with the exact same design. Egg. Sharks in the sky and giant-ass spiders with the year labeled 2020. A human with a head on its butt, and a butt on top of its neck. The TARDIS and the Doctor saving some early humans from a monster. A QR code that, when used, links you to Rick Astley's "Never Gonna Give You Up." Alternatively, a counting system that's clearly binary and a rough blueprint of an arithmetic logic unit, which is in every computer. Edit. Never mind. I'd going to write a prophecy about myself that helps me launch a new world religion based on maximizing birth rates and instilling a deep affection for liberty. Avalak did this in Tower of the Swallows of the Witcher saga. Geralt gave some advice. What else can you think to paint here? Draw a picture of prehistoric hunters with enormous erected penises. That's a good idea. The elf dipped the brush into the paint. Single quote. Phallic worship was typical of early civilizations. It can also be used to forge the theory that the human race suffers from physical degeneration. The ancestors had phalluses the size of batons. And the descendants had no more than ridiculous twigs. Thank you. Witcher, you're welcome. B.A. God was here. Toilet paper with a giant money sign above it. I'd draw Hitler and write under it, Accept this man to your art school. And boom, lifesaver. Maybe like a simple drawing of a car. I think that would be really confusing. Hydrogen atom. A DeLorean. Mojang has now failed twice to do a cave update. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. Cave update 2020. Toycat. A perfect stone tablet with these words inscribed in it in two languages, one which we don't know and one which is early Latin, saying how the weapons that rain lead down on the sky and the great metal flying machines as well as the ancient ones, those the moving images and the long-ranged voice machines. One day these ancient ones dropped down the perfect weapon upon these lands, causing it to become unlivable for decades and killing everything within its range, the Great Nuke. This would be 100,000 years old and would be discovered around now. I imagine two archaeologists stumbling upon my paintings. Being like, "Sir, look, there are drawings on the wall. Oh my. These look like they are 10,000 years old, but what do they depict? Yes. This is ancient by the looks of. Sir, what are you laughing at?" One of them starts losing their shit. I'm not sure. It might just be me, but they look like they are depicting a scientist with some device turning himself into a pickle. Oh my god. They do look like they depict that. ... This is the funniest shit I've ever seen. Order 66.